Welcome back. In the previous 4 lectures, we have seen the PID design methodology using time domain specification. The methodology was developed and then it was used to solve the PI controller, PD controller and PID controller. In this lecture, we will see the design of PID in frequency domain. So in frequency domain, the frequency domain specifications are gain crossover frequency, phase crossover frequency, gain margin, phase margin. Any two out of these along with the steady state error specification is enough to design the PID controller. So let us begin with it. Let us revisit the closed loop system. The closed loop system with controller is set point R is applied. Then we have controller GC of S. System is described by transfer function G of S and then unity feedback to get output Y. In this case, the open loop transfer function is GOL of S is equal to G of S into GC of S. And whenever we go for the Bode plot, always the frequency response is taken of the open loop system, open loop transfer function. So we here need the open loop transfer function, and then the same can be transformed to frequency domain as and let us find out its magnitude and phase. So what I get here is magnitude of this function will be magnitude of G of j omega into magnitude of GC of j omega. So as they are in multiplication, their magnitudes can be segregated as a multiplication, as a product, and then same what I can get, the phase of this function is equal to phase of G of j omega plus phase of GC of j omega. As they are in multiplication, their phase will be addition. Now what I will do, I will consider this function at omega equal to omega GC. So at omega equal to omega GC. Now why we are taking it? See, the controller can be designed using any two frequency domain specifications like gain margin and phase margin, gain crossover frequency and phase margin, or phase crossover frequency and gain margin. Any two. The two quantities will form two equations, and the third equation will be formed by the steady state error constant, and the three equations are enough to solve for the unknowns Kp, Ki and Kd. In the literature, several approaches are given. Here what we will see, we will consider an approach where we need the gain crossover frequency and phase margin along with a steady state error specification for the PID controller. However, for PI and PD controller, only omega GC and phase margin are enough. So at omega equal to omega GC, we know that at omega GC, the magnitude of this open loop function is 0 dB, that is 1. So into GC of j omega GC, and this will be equal to 1, and hence what I get from this, magnitude of the controller at omega equal to omega GC is equal to reciprocal of the magnitude of the given system at omega equal to omega gc. So this forms one equation. Then also at omega equal to omega gc, what do we have? The phase margin is equal to 180 degree plus angle of this GOL of j omega, and that is what I get. Phase margin can be represented as plus angle of G of j omega gc, this is also at gc, plus angle of gc of j omega gc. And so what I will write here, phase margin is equal to 180 degree plus phi plus theta, where phi is equal to angle of G of j omega gc and theta is equal to angle of controller at omega equal to omega gc. And so from this what I get, so theta, what that is the angle to be contributed by the controller to get that phase margin. So for example, theta will be equal to then Pm phase margin, given phase margin minus 180 degree minus phi. See what happens if you have the open loop system G of s, and if we draw the Bode plot of that, from that we will get this function as well as this function. These two functions will be available, and then from this function we can find out the magnitude of the controller at omega gc, and from this function we get the phase to be contributed by the controller at omega equal to omega gc. We have the transfer function for PID as so let us do it now. Gc of s for PID controller, Kp plus Ki by s plus Kds, and then what I get, Gc of j omega will be equal to Kp plus Ki by j omega plus Kd j omega. And then here, if we want to find out this magnitude, we have to separate out the real and imaginary part and form the equations to get magnitude and phase. Then from we will get the two equations. Ki is already obtained from the steady state error specification. Substitute that value of Ki here, segregate the real and imaginary parts and solve the two equations to get Kp and Kd. This can be one of the procedure, but what we will do, we will directly use the formulae. There are certain formulae that can be directly used. Like in the time domain also, it was enough to use the two equations, magnitude and phase equations, to find out Kp and Kd. But it is a time consuming process, and that is why the procedure, through the same procedure, there are certain derivations for the formulae which we will directly use, and using those formulae we can design the controller. So here the formula for Kp is cos theta, where this is the theta, the angle to be contributed by the controller, divided by magnitude of G of j omega gc, this one. So these two things we need to determine while solving the problem. And then the formula for Kd is sin theta divided by magnitude of G of j omega gc into omega gc plus Ki divided by omega gc square. So determine the Ki, determine Ki from steady state error specification and then find Kp and Kd using equations 1 and 2. I will mark this as 1 and this as 2. So this is the complete design of the PID controller. So if omega GC is given as well as the phase margin at that omega GC is given, the design is possible. Now if you have to design PI controller, correct? What? PI controller. So for PI controller, Kd is equal to 0. Kp can be directly obtained, but Kd is equal to 0. So determine Kp using equation 1 and Ki using equation 2 with Kd equal to 0. So substitute Kd equal to 0, all the values are known, find out Ki. Then third, for PD controller, Ki is equal to 0. So again determine Kp using equation 1 and Kd using equation 2 with Ki equal to 0. Very simple. So the procedure is elaborated. It is enough in this lecture. In the next 3 lectures, we will solve one problem each on PI controller, PD controller and PID controller using frequency domain specifications. Thank you.